Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a haul video. I'm going to share with you guys the fragrances I got in January. So if you'd like to see what I got, then keep watching. Okay, as always guys, no, you do not need this many fragrances. I think I'm sitting on right now, like actually kind of literally sitting on them because they're all over. A little over 30 bottles, maybe under, over, I don't know. And it's what I like to collect. You do not need to collect this many. I know it's excessive, but it is something that brings me a lot of joy and happiness, and I'm also like an obsessive compulsive hoarder with certain things, fragrances being one of them. And so I like to share these hauls with you guys rather than have like 10 or 15 different haul videos throughout the month. I like to come at you guys at the end of the month and just show you what I've gotten. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with you. Now, some of these I purchased in December and I got delivered in January, thus they're here. Some of these were sent to me and thus they're here. Some of these were, I think, swaps or gifts from friends and family and thus they're here. So this is like everything I acquired this month. And if it was sent to me, I will let you know. If it was given to me as a gift, like from my mom or a friend, I will let you know. And if I purchase it, I will let you know. I'm going to start off with these guys just real quick. I got 6 of these, but I'm only going to show you one. This is the Symmetry. I'm doing a lot more research because I'm actually going to be reviewing all of these. So this is what the bottles look like. They're 3.4 ounces. They're Eau de Parfum formulation, and they did not pay me to put this in this video. I'm just kind of letting you guys know. And there are 6 of them. I think there's Dream, Harmony, Love, Bliss, Embrace, and one other. Where are you? Balance. There we go, Balance. If this is something you would like me to review on my channel, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to go into each of these fragrances. I do need to do a little bit more research on where they came from, where the juice was created, how they smell, how long they last on the skin, if they're worth checking out. I'm going to be very honest in my review on their website, but I am really excited to try them. I like finding really inexpensive fragrances that smell nice because as much as I love my luxury high-end niche fragrances, I also really like inexpensive, easy to access fragrances for everyday wear. So I'm excited to try these. Again, let me know if you want them on my channel, but I got all of the 6 feminine ones. Next up is just, most of these were actually bought by me, and then like 2 or 3 of these were gifts. So the first one is something that somebody had purchased a bottle of it and they didn't really like it, so they were letting it go. And this is a brand I was super duper interested in trying, and this particular fragrance I was super duper interested in trying, so I picked it up. It's got like 95% of the juice left, and it's from Strange Invisible Perfumes, and it's Aquarian Rose. Now this is so startlingly beautiful, but it's strange. And I think Strange Invisible is such a perfect name, even if it was for just this fragrance and not Aquarian Rose. But I think Aquarian Rose is perfect too, because this kind of smells like L'Ombre d'Anzalou from Diptyque, only a little bit sharper, a little bit more bizarre, and like just stronger. Like, I don't know, but it's really ridiculously gorgeous. So I'm going to be doing a review on this. Obviously, I've liked it, I've worn it a bunch of times since I've gotten it, I really enjoy it, but I need to kind of get a good idea of the longevity and the projection down before I do a review. But I was really impressed with this. I absolutely love it. One that was given to me, that my mom gave to me, was, she got me green tea, Elizabeth Arden, she knows I collect these, so she got me the Mimosa version. Very, very nice, very, like, somewhat clean, a little soapy, but still very bright and sweet. I really enjoy this one, so she got me that. Then these 2 bottles, and another bottle, I have to find it. Somebody was selling on Depop, and they were just kind of decluttering their collection, and I got them super cheap. And one of them I tried before and enjoyed, and the other one I hadn't tried before, or not on my skin, but I wanted to get it. So this is Beach Walk from Replica. This is how much was left when I purchased it. I think I paid $15 for this. And this is Clean Reserve. This is the Smoked Vetiver. Now let me just say, there's some Clean Reserve fragrances I hate and some Clean Reserve fragrances I love. This one I love, except I think smoked vetiver is the wrong name for it because there's nothing about this that comes off smoke, and I get little to no vetiver. I think if this was a different name for this fragrance, it would have been like, it would make more sense. I think people see smoked vetiver and they smell it and they're like, this doesn't work. But it smells really nice. I enjoy it. It kind of smells like more barbershop-y to me. More of a barbershop scent. Anyway, so I think I paid like $10–15 for this. So really great deal on these guys. And I really love them. They're so, so good. So I don't know if you guys want me to do a video talking about where to find good deals like this and what to look for. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. But picked these two up and love them. Next up are two from Maison Lancome. I don't know if this was a fluke or if there was just some epic sale going on, but for some reason Nordstrom had their Maison Lancome fragrances from being like $200, they were like $115, and I was like, oh yes, yes please. So I picked up two more that I needed. I got tuberoses, Castane. I will need to look up the French pronunciation of that. I'm very sorry. This is kind of like a nutty white floral. Really beautiful fragrance. I think from all of the Maison Lancome line, this is one of them that has mixed reviews because I think people expect like a very sweet, heady white floral, but it does have that kind of nutty gourmandness to it. I think that kind of throws people off. I think it's delicious. Love this. And then Parfait des Roses. I just did a review on this. This is one that I just sampled. At first I was like, oh, I don't know if it's worth $195. And the more I was wearing it and sampling it, the more I realized I really need this in my collection. And then when I saw that discounted price, I was like, yes. So this is Parfait des Roses and Tuberose Castane. Again, I will look up the proper French pronunciation when I review this one. The only ones I need to get left to complete the collection is getting this version, the new formulation of L'Autre Oud and Oud Ambrosia. I'm not sure if I care to get L'Autre Oud in this formulation, but I do kind of want to get the old formulation of Oud Bouquet, and Oud Ambrosia is gorgeous. So I'll be adding those to my collection very soon, probably. Most definitely at least Oud Ambrosia. I have to open this one very carefully. So I reviewed Velvet Lavender from Eric Buterbaugh, and I just was floored by that fragrance. And I was looking to see if anyone was selling decants of it because I wanted to get a larger decant of it before I figured I would drop $300 on a bottle of it. And then I saw somebody had gotten a bottle, not of Velvet Lavender, but as another fragrance from them I was really interested to try because I was really interested in their fragrances at this point. And they were selling it so cheap. So cheap. So I was like, I will get you. So I got, this is the presentation. I'll show you the presentation. So it's a little bit of an unboxing. These videos are really long, guys. I know, I'm sorry. So it comes with this little, the one that I got was Fragile Violet. So it comes with this little tag and this little envelope that tells you about the fragrance. And Eric Buterbaugh, if you don't know, he is a celebrity florist, and he partnered with a lot of really prominent noses to create fragrances. And this part is always what takes me forever. So, sorry. This is like the worst unhauling video ever. So this is how the bottles come. The only thing I don't like about this is the fact that it does not have a sprayer. It's one of these guys. So you get the bottle like this, and then you uncork it. Plop. And then you put it in this. Presentation wise, and then down here it's laser etched with his, I guess his crest. And this is what it looks like. This is Fragile Violet. I'm very careful with this bottle. Beautiful presentation. I feel like the names that he picks for his fragrances from what I've tried are so perfect. So this smells, I'm smelling this little cork like a wine cork. It's a very clean, light, very light violet scent. It almost feels like there's a little bit of some spices in here, like a spice or something. I want to say like sage, but I don't think there is. It just is very reminiscent of it, very aromatic, very light on the skin, incredibly almost sheer, intimate skin scent. Now, I have absolutely no issue with that because there's a lot of times where sometimes I just want to smell pretty for me, and if I'm going to be out and about, or if I'm going to be someplace busy, or if I'm going to be visiting my nephew in the hospital, he's still in the hospital, or playing with my other nephew who's a year and a half old, or anything like that, there are times where I don't want my fragrances to project, but I still want to smell nice. And so I like the fact that this does sit a little closer to the skin. It is incredibly sheer and light, and I think that it works beautifully for what it is. And I feel like Fragile Violet is the most perfect name for this fragrance because it does feel like a very fragile fragrance, but a very beautiful fragrance nonetheless. I like it as much as a Velvet Lavender, which, as you guys know, I was obsessed with. So I feel like this is ridiculously gorgeous, but it's not sweet, it's not powdery, it's a very kind of clean, sheer scent that works really well. So it's so pretty. So we're going from sheer, elegant, beautiful, light, delicate fragrance to I don't know why. This is from Xyrena. This is a brand I've wanted to get into so much. I have been a fan of their stuff. My brother-in-law actually was telling me about Dark Tide, which is a fragrance I want to try so much. And I'm working on a chocolate video, my favorite chocolate fragrances. It's going to be a Valentine-inspired video, if you guys are wondering, on my favorite chocolate fragrances. And I've wanted to try this particular fragrance for so long. And so I was like, this will be a perfect one to try for this video. If I like it, it'll make it into the video. If I don't like it, that's not going to make it into the video. But I just really wanted to try more chocolate fragrances because for me, it's really hard to find a really good chocolate fragrance. And I love hazelnut and I love nutty smelling fragrances. And so this just made sense. So if you guys don't know, Xyrena is kind of like a very novelty fragrance house, but they're not novelty for the sake of novelty. Actually, their fragrances that I've smelled are very well put together. They're fun, they're quirky, they're bizarre, but they're smartly put together. So fragrance for the sake of fragrance, not all of them are completely wearable most of the time, but I would say that they are a fragrance house that takes novelty and quirky and bizarre and translates it to really nice fragrances. Their fragrances in general are just really good. So I was interested to try this if you guys want to see the box. They come in VHS. Okay, look at the presentation for this, guys. So this is what it is. It's like a VHS tape box. I'm showing my age. And it's just, the presentation is stunning. And this is what it looks like. Really great bottle. I bought this used, somebody had it and they didn't want it anymore. They were slowing down their collection. So this is how much was left. So I guess like 95% full. And let me tell you guys, this smells good. This smells like chocolate, like you know, like those hard chocolate candies? So you have like the chocolate, like you have a Tootsie Roll, or you have a Hershey bar, or you have like a Godiva. Like a variety of different chocolates have different smells and different tastes and different textures. But do you know, like those chocolate hard candies? There's the really bad ones that taste gross, and then there's the really good ones that taste really delicious. This kind of smells like the really good ones, like the really good hard chocolate candies. It's the best way I can describe it. And on the skin, it pulls nutty and a little bit creamy. It's really, really good. So I obviously really like this fragrance a lot, and I just love the presentation, you guys. It's so fun. And I am excited to explore this house more, but this is one of the fragrances I got this month. Next up are two smaller fragrances, like little mini bottles, but these are so cute. And this was a gift from my essay Larry from, if you guys are ever in the Galleria Mall in Fort Lauderdale, Clinton and Marcus, visit Larry at the fragrance counter. He is amazing. He sent me a text saying, I have a present for you. Come in like today. I'll bring it in for you. And I was like, what could it be? And he actually had gotten as a gift some of these little Montal mini bottles. And we were talking about Montal, and I mentioned that I wanted to try more of their fragrances, and so he's like, I got these as a gift. These didn't work for me, but I know that you wanted to try them more, and I think that these would smell amazing on you. And so it was so nice of him, so nice. So he has Sweet Vanilla right here. He gave me Sweet Vanilla and Crystal Flowers. And Crystal Flowers is actually one I was considering blind buying, so I'm actually kind of glad I don't have to. I can try it in here. And these are so nice. I love them. I have kind of like pared down and kind of curated my vanilla fragrances, so I'm looking to add new ones to that list that they all don't smell like the same bourbon amber vanilla, and this one smells so nice. It's a little bit powdery vanilla and I love it. So this is Crystal Flowers that he sent me, and this is, I don't know why I like doing this, I feel like I'm gonna like fly away, and this is Sweet Vanilla. So thank you so much, Larry. He's so nice. Again, visit him if you can. He's so sweet. I just go in there and I'll talk to him forever, and I keep apologizing. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not buying anything. And he's like, it's okay. It's okay. Here's another one that was sent to me, and I am so in love with this scent. It is unreal. So you've heard about a bunch of us, like on Instagram and in videos, talking about this fragrance, Chris Collins, Alchemy of Fragrance, the world of Chris Collins. And he released 3 fragrances in his line: Dance Sauvage, Harlem Nights, and Renaissance. And he was very generous, and he sent me a discovery set, little samples of each one of his fragrances. And I told him how much I loved Dance Sauvage. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And he's like, well, I'll send you a bottle. I'm like, thank you, that's so nice. So this is Dance Sauvage from Chris Collins, and let me talk to you guys about his presentation. It is so well done. His, like, for me, presentation and marketing and branding doesn't matter nearly as much as the juice. But when the juice matches the meticulous presentation that he puts out there, it's an entire experience. Other brands that do it very well are Zoologist, Imaginary Authors, House of Matriarch. These are brands that put a lot of thought into their brand and into their marketing, and it translates well to their fragrances. Obviously, Imaginary Authors is a little bit more niche and whimsical. They have the book-like packaging, the secret samples, just fantastic presentation. Zoologist, and House of Matriarch, I mean, just really it all matches and fits along with their juice. And Chris Collins, these fragrances match the meticulously very elegant, sophisticated, dashing, almost gentlemanly, well-dressed presentation of his whole line. Well-dressed, I think of a very well-dressed man, very well-groomed, confident, sexy, and that's what these fragrances are. I mean, on top of the presentation, the entire line is really, really gorgeous, but there's something about Dance Sauvage, there's something about this kind of being about just like a dancer, and just very, very wearable, but very exotic and very unique. I just really love his whole line. I will be reviewing this. He did not send me this bottle to review. He actually just sent me a discovery set to try. So this wasn't like a sent to review kind of like thing, but I do love it so much. I do want to talk about it, so I will be doing that in the next few weeks. But I've really loved this fragrance so much. It's a great line, just came out, well worth at least investing in a discovery set to try all 3 of them. These are the last 2 that I think were sent to me. Yeah, I think these are the last ones that were sent to me. This is some Elizabeth Arden company that kind of produces and markets specific fragrances. They reached out, they sent a bunch of us the Shawn Mendes fragrances, and actually, like, they asked if I had tried any other fragrances that they carried. I was like, no, or I like this brand or this, I haven't tried this. So they're like, we'll send you the new release of this and the new release of this, or this fragrance. So they sent me Jennifer Aniston Chapter 1, and I don't really have much experience with Jennifer Aniston fragrances. It's not anything to do with Jennifer or her fragrances. I just don't have a lot of experience with celebrity scents, and this one kind of smells like a fragrance from Tom Ford. Can't put my name on it, but it actually smells really nice. Very clean and powdery. Not bad. So I need to wear this one more before I decide to review it. I'm not sure if I'm going to review it. I may or may not, but I am happy to at least try more fragrances from her, or another fragrance from her. And then the other one they sent me was the new release from Juicy Couture, and it's Viva la Juicy Soirée. And I was actually really excited to try this one because I do really like Juicy Couture fragrances. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's really quite... It's a Juicy Couture bottle. Either you love them or you hate them. I think they can be a little too opulent for me sometimes, but I do really like that they go full throttle into their presentation. And this is a very sweet, almost icy berry scent. Actually quite nice. It reminds me of iced berries from Demeter. So, but it has kind of like that Viva la Juicy DNA. So I actually am interested to sample this more. I'm not sure if I love it or like it. I don't hate it, but I do need to sample this more before I decide. So those were, I think, the last two things that were sent to me to review. Everything else I purchased. I think I said that before, but I mean it this time. So these are two more Aqua Allegoria fragrances from Guerlain. I really want to get as many as I can get my hands on. I really want Winter Delish. I think that's how you pronounce it. Gorgeous, gorgeous scent. One of you guys sent me an incredibly generous decant of it, and I'm like halfway through it, and I need to get a bottle of it. So I'm on the hunt for that. But I decided, I have been putting off getting these, and I just decided I'm just gonna get them. So I got Flora Rosa and Rosa Pop, and these are beautiful. I just have a lot of fragrances that are like this, and I keep trying to find the more harder to find discontinued Aqua Allegoria fragrances, but it was about time I got these. I keep seeing these every time I'm on any website looking for Aqua Allegoria, and I was like, fine. So these are really beautiful. These will be perfect for spring. They're very light, they're playful, they're youthful, they're sweet, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. So I got these guys, and you guys know about this. I did a fragrance first impression on this a few weeks ago, and I was like, yes. I went through that sample so fast, and I was like, I need this in my life. So this is the new formulation. Again, I still have to try the older formulation of it, and I would be willing to blind buy a full-size bottle of it because this was just ridiculously stunning. Beautiful iris scent, absolute perfection. It's very sweet, floral, and powdery, but I still think this would be sexy on men or women. Just really, really meticulously perfect iris scent. I am absolutely enraptured with it. I picked up myself. My mom didn't buy this for me. I bought this for myself like a big girl. And this is another green tea flanker. This is Jasmine. And I heard that the fragrance for this year is Fig, and I am so excited. But green tea Jasmine is one of my favorite profiles and fragrances. I love green tea and jasmine to drink and to eat and to smell like. So I'm just surprised it took me so long to get this. It's just really beautiful, very clean. That's what I like about the Elizabeth Arden line. Most of their fragrances are very clean and effervescent, and just works really, really well on the skin. So yeah, and I know I use a lot of words like effervescent when I'm talking about fragrances, but for me that's a fragrance that wears really light on the skin without being steamy or heavy. I know heavy and light, but there's like some light heavy scents. Sometimes some masculine barbershop fragrances wear really light on the skin, but they're also really heavy in the air. So for me, effervescent wears really light on the skin, and it wears really light in the air, but it's not like sheer. I know, weird, I'm sorry. So I ran into this fragrance, I forget where, and I was like, I will blind buy you because I am an idiot. And I actually lucked out because this is ridiculously good fragrance. And I wanted to kind of unbox it for you because the presentation for this is so silly. So let me put it back in its package. So I'm not sure if this is exactly how it completely comes, but it's this guy right here. It's one of the Louis Vuitton fragrances, and this is Trouble in Heaven. So this is kind of like the Tonka one. So this is, you know, you pull it out like this, and it kind of looks like an award. I know this video is kind of also like an unboxing. So then to open it, you pull this off, and this is heavy. And then to get into this, to get to the bottle, there's this thing you have to unscrew, and it's got like one of his little spikes, which I actually kind of think this is kind of cool. It's also the biggest pain in the butt. Huge pain in the butt. I will not be putting it back in here after this, but I am keeping the presentation. Oh my gosh, will you come undone? So here's this. I guess I could wear this like as an earring if I wanted to. I'm not gonna do that, that's weird. And so here is, that's what's holding it together, and then this comes off. And then these bottles are some of the coolest bottles. Let me put this over here without destroying everything. Look at this, so look at this bottle, isn't it cool? Now this might look like something, this is one piece, which is fine. I mean, some people are like, oh, look at that, but it actually structurally is a lot more sound than it looks like. But this is a gorgeous, and I mean ridiculously sexy, like almost somewhat spicy tonka vanilla scent. So freaking gorgeous. The top's magnetic. I mean, the presentation of this is just spot on, and it's just a ridiculously gorgeous scent. I have sampled the entire line, but it was on those things where you kind of like the peel off and then you kind of like rub it on your hand like from a magazine. Not a good way to sample like $300 bottles of perfume, but so good. And I love it. So yeah, so this is a fantastic fragrance if you've been interested in the line and you like tonka vanilla, sexy evening, kind of formal, like a sexy evening femme fatale fragrance. This is so good. Now these I talked about in my Sephora beauty and fragrance haul, but I did order these in December and I got these in January, so I'm just kind of adding them to this haul if you guys didn't see that video. These are some of the Etat Libre d'Orange fragrances that I purchased because they were like 75% off, and I was like, yes. So this is Don't Get Me Wrong, Baby, Yes I Do. This is Fils de Dieu, I think that's how you pronounce it. Bad at this. This is a Bijou Romantique, gorgeous scent if you like Charlon. I was trying to say Guerlain and Shalimar in one word. Gallimard. Why? Guerlain, Shalimar, not Charlon, not Gallimard. It's been a long few days, guys. If you like Shalimar-like fragrances, that very complex, sexy, mature, elegant, sophisticated woman type fragrances, Bijou Romantique is just phenomenal. And Rain, I got a big bottle of this because it's just beautiful too. So these are the ones I got from that I shared in my Sephora haul, but they're here because I got them in January. You're wondering if I'm always like this? Yes, I am. All right, so I'm just kind of dabbing. Hello. Okay, so these are just some sample, like Rollerball travel size that I got. I normally don't like travel size, but I realized for a lot of fragrances that I want to sample to review, and I don't want to purchase a full size because I'm not sure if I like it in the beginning. Like one of these fragrances, I tried it and I think it's a beautiful scent, but it's not my cup of tea. So I don't want to have a full-size bottle, but in order to really be able to review it properly, I do need to have a larger supply of it. And that fragrance, so that's why I like Rollerballs and travel size atomizers for things. So that one is actually from Juliet Has a Gun, and I know Tamale Sienna loves this fragrance, and I can see her loving it because it's actually a well-crafted fragrance. There's just something about it that's pulling a little bit bubblegum on my skin, and I don't like bubblegum, but I feel like the fruits and the florals in this aren't playing nicely together on my skin, but I do want to give it its due diligence and give it good justice and a fair review. So this is a atomizer that I purchased to review it. I purchased that to review. Then I got, my mom actually gave me this. Here's another one she gave me. This is Clean Blonde Rose. I mentioned I wanted to review this, and she's like, well, I have a travel atomizer that I don't use. Do you want it? I was like, yes, thank you. So my mom gave this to me so that I could review this fragrance, and she said I could keep it, which was very nice. So this is one that's nice, but I will get into this fragrance when I review it. It is a positive review, but there are things about it that I want to talk about. And then this was given to me when I purchased another fragrance. I'll show you guys. And this is from Penhaligons London, and this is Vaara. And this is one of their roller balls, and I think this is kind of like a gift with purchase. So this is what it is. Really beautiful presentation. And this smells amazing. It smells so good. I will be reviewing this definitely. So good, and I probably would be interested in purchasing a full-size bottle of it because it's just dang diddly good. So there's that. I've been on a violet kick and a floral kick, like lavender, violet, Isaac, lilac, things like that. And I really love this fragrance. I sold a bunch of my Tocca fragrances and I kept, I think it was Bianca and Isabel, because they're just really beautiful. And I got Violetta because this is just really stunning. It's a powdery, sweet violet scent. It smells very similar but not identical to the finishing powder from Guerlain, the Meteorites. Not identical but very close. Really, really beautiful scent. Definitely worth checking out if you like violet scents. And then obviously I reviewed this stunning masterpiece. This is a Bottega Veneta, the Eau de Parfum. Gorgeous, gorgeous scent if you guys like very sultry, sexy, soft leather scents. Just really, really beautiful. Next up, I tracked down another bottle from the Harmonist. Hello. This is Metal Flower. I am really excited to try out this brand a lot more. This is what the packaging looks like. This one is a lot more wearable than Sacred Water, but it's also, I think, a little bit more boring than Sacred Water, but still nice. I like it. But Sacred Water is unique. It's memorable. It's a very memorable fragrance. And so I'm sampling this out. I'm going to wear this a bunch before I review it, so it'll probably be a few weeks before I review it. But I'm really excited to add another one of these fragrances to my collection. I am really intrigued by this entire brand and line. So yeah, we will get into that in the future. And two more. So this is the Penhaligons thing that I purchased to get the Rollerball, and they were having a crazy sale during the Christmas time. And I have Agarbethy and I loved Paithani, and they had Paithani on sale and I was like, yes! So I got Paithani. This is the presentation it comes in. It's a really beautiful, sturdy box. You open it, really stunning. I don't have the presentation for Agarbethy, so I'm happy to have it for Paithani. This is a beautiful fragrance. I did an entire review on both of these. They share the same milk accord, so this is kind of like a milk tea, chai spices, black tea scent, and the other one is an incense tea thing, but it's reminiscent of the milk that they pour on statues, so that's the milk accord that is between them both. And this is just so ridiculously beautiful, like ridiculously beautiful. So I am happy to have this and its little box. Okay, so now we're going to the last fragrance, and there's a reason why this is the last one. I talked about this before. I'm always looking for a deal. There's a lot of times people receive stuff as gifts, they don't like it, they sell it, they buy it because they tried it on a strip, they take it home, they open it, they wear it once, they don't like it, they get rid of it. There's a lot of fragrances I've added to my collection because I have been very patient and I have searched through hundreds of pages of people selling fragrances on very specific sites. If you want me to get into the places I go where I find some of these fragrances and what to look for and the red flags to stay away from, I would be more than happy doing a very in-depth video on that. Let me know. But one of the fragrances that I found this month for a tremendous, I mean a tremendous price that I didn't think I would ever be able to try, because it is a specific limited edition fragrance. I don't know if it's a limited edition, but it is only limited to the Bergies, basically. I say Berg-Newman-Dorfs. You guys know I had the Shalimar issue in New York. And it is an Armani Privé fragrance. And I mean, you can get it online, but to really try this fragrance, I was going into this blind, guys. And the price on it was unreal, and it's the, oh, I'm already taking out the box. It is the Armani Privé, and it's New York. Now this fragrance has white tea, it has powder, it has aldehydes. It is so beautiful, and the price I paid for this is unreal. So this is the presentation. It is a lot nicer than other presentations. It's not the most expensive fragrance from Armani Privé, but it's more than their normal stuff. I think full retail price, this is $360. I think I paid like a 1/5 of that. Like, I paid way low for this. And it is just, the presentation is beautiful. The box is a little dinged up, but whatever. But the bottle is so beautiful. And you guys, the moment I sprayed this on my skin, I was just like dumbfounded. This is such a beautiful, warm, sweet, powdery, sparkly, just mature, but youthful, elegant, and playful. It's just so beautiful. If you like kind of maturity to your fragrances, but you also like a little bit of youthfulness, this is a beautiful juxtaposition of both. I will be doing a full review on this very soon. I got this very early on in the month, so I've been wearing it a ton. Just a ridiculously gorgeous fragrance. If you're in New York and you have the opportunity to go to a counter and sample this, by all means, go and try this. I don't think this is everybody's cup of tea, but this is like my cup of tea almost to a T. It is so beautiful. And so this is a fragrance I am so happy to have my hands on because I love it so much. And if when I run out of this is something I would have no qualms about paying full price for. I think that the quality of the juice, how it smells, how long it lasts, its projection, everything about this is worth the full price point of this. So I really love this scent. I'm gushing, you know, I'm talking way too long, but a beautiful, beautiful scent. We're really excited to add this to my collection, and it is already a treasured scent to me. So this is a New York from Armani Privé. And that is my haul for January. It's kind of big, and this video is hella long, so please forgive me. I don't know if my videos or my haul videos going into 2018, aside from this one, are going to be this big. They will probably be a lot smaller. So I hope you enjoyed this long video because I don't know if they're going to be this long moving forward. But I wanted to thank you guys if you sat through the entire thing. Thank you so much for sitting through the entire thing. I would like to know if you guys would like reviews on any of these. Now, you guys know that my kind of goal for my channel is to review every fragrance in my collection. So at some point, I'm hoping to review every single one of these fragrances, but if there's something you would like to see sooner rather than later, please let me know in the comment section below. If there's any fragrances about the ones that I purchased that I'm kind of gushing over that you think are very similar, that you would like to recommend. They can be expensive, they can be affordable. I don't discriminate based on price points or if it's designer, celebrity. I wear what I like. Unfortunately, a lot of times I like expensive stuff, which is kind of old, but there are a lot of really inexpensive fragrances out there that I think that are exquisite masterpieces. So if you have any recommendations from any men's, women's, unisex, inexpensive, celebrity, niche, luxury, let me know. I always love to use that as an excuse to buy more. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like my haul videos, if you like my fragrance videos and videos like this, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this. And also don't forget to subscribe, because it's free and I'm free. I put out new videos every Monday through Friday and sometimes on the weekends as well. So I'll always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I'll see you next time.